Hi there, Kaylin Goodrich again. And if you're watching me right now, it's because you submitted your info on the last page indicating you wanted our ad campaigns set up for you. And I think it's awesome. Trying to figure out paid ads by yourself, it's no fun. Plus, I'm confident that we can get you the results you're after much faster and with way less work if we tackle this project together. In this short video, I'll explain how the process works and how we can get things started. But first, I have a question for you. Is it really possible to generate qualified mortgage leads through online marketing? Can you actually get a hold of real people that are looking to buy property and finance it? It may sound like hype, but the answer is definitely yes. You just need one little thing to pull it off. You see, there are just 3 systems you need in place to acquire new leads and move them from interested to closed business. That's it, just 3. And once you know how to set up and deploy these systems, your prospecting and lead generation will be put on autopilot. So if you tried paid ads before and you felt like you were wasting your money, or if you've got a website that isn't generating enough business for you, or if you don't want to constantly be bugging your friends and family for new business, then you're smart for watching this video. I think it's safe for me to say that we agree on the goal. We want to build a machine that puts your prospecting and lead generation on autopilot and literally makes you money while you sleep. But the challenge is you're so busy trying to learn these new systems that you hardly have time to do your actual job. How could you possibly take the time required to set up and run one of these systems, let alone keep the gears running smoothly? I should know. I personally set up enough of them for my clients to know firsthand the amount of time that's required to set them up, make the small changes along the way, tweaking this copy and that image, all the while lowering the average cost per lead and keeping ad spend as low as possible. That's why even if you have tried using paid ads before, you should take me up on this offer I'm about to make to hop on a call and discuss your business goals and how our platform can help you achieve them in a rapid, automated fashion. I'll tell you how you can qualify in just a minute, but first, if you're like most people, you're probably wondering who I am and why you should trust me. Well, from the last video, you know my name is Kaylin Goodrich. I studied computer science at Stanford and went on to get an MBA. For more than 15 years, I worked for IBM and other technology companies in Silicon Valley. Then another 15 years as a private real estate investor, where I worked a lot with mortgage brokers. As founder of Accelerate Business Services, I've architected automated lead generation systems and optimized them for peak performance for our clients. Today, it seems like everyone and their dog can generate mortgage quality leads. But while many others talk about it, we actually do it. In fact, let me just show you exactly how the platform works. All right, well, it all starts here with a Facebook ad. And the good news is that we're using proven ad copy, which has some tens of thousands of dollars behind it spent testing and refining so that you can leverage that day one. And it's not just the copy, it's all the settings that go in behind that in getting the ad going with Facebook. In it, we're speaking to home buyers, promoting low rates and down payment options, encouraging them to qualify for our pre-approval quiz by clicking on this link. When they do, it opens up a page like this. And I'll come back up to the top in a second, but it gives a little bit of information on the overall process. But this is the key right here. They're going to fill out some information about themselves, and I'll do this just as an example. Before I do, let me say this, that these are questions that you receive all the answers to, and all the questions are required. So this does 2 things. Number 1 is it screens out people who aren't as serious. And number 2 is it gives you a good starting point for knowing who you're talking to and beginning the pre-approval process. So here we go, I'll give some examples. Put in the zip code here, the type of home, and from that we can say, is this your first property purchase, yes or no? We will say on this one, no, and say next. Then we ask about credit, and let's say that the credit is 700 to 739. The situation as far as purchasing the property, let's say they're buying in 2 to 6 months. The property will be used as a primary residence. We say next. Estimated price of the property, let's say $200,000 to $400,000. Estimated down payment, let's say 10 to 20%. Gross annual household income is, we'll say, $100,000 to $150,000. And have you filed bankruptcy in the last 3 years? Yes or no? No.
Can you show proof of income? Yes. Are you working with a real estate agent? This is a great question because now you have a pool of people that are coming to you, and if they say no, you can ask them, would you like me to refer you to a realtor that we know and trust? And that becomes a great referral relationship with your favorite realtors. So we'll say no. Next, put in the name. Let's say it is Bob Dylan. Email dylan@gmail.com. And that's going to be, let's say, 503-555-1245. Get my quote. Now watch this. I'm going to jump over to, let's say this is your inbox. It takes this long. You'll see an email come in just a second that you'll be able to reply to right away. There it is. All right, open up the details. Here's the information. This is all the stuff that we just put in. And you're able to call immediately, which is what you want to do to be able to get the best response when they're right there thinking about it. In addition, we're going to create for you a spreadsheet which has a whole list of all the people that have come to you, all the leads that have filled out the form. So you have in one place everything right there. And you can see here that this is the last entry that we just put in, and all the information is right there. All right, well, that's what you get as part of the package. And what I will say is that we're offering an additional one-time offer to help with follow-up, to automate it, in fact. This is what that looks like. Don't get it if you don't want it, get it if you do, but I'll say it's very powerful because the importance of timing and timeliness cannot be overstated. So what we do is we set up this system on your behalf so messages go out on your behalf over a 9-day period. You can see here, this is a format which has also been proven out, both in terms of time frame and content, and we will send out emails, voicemails, and texts on your behalf. As an example, the email that'll go out immediately: we received your pre-approval inquiry online. Thanks for that. Next step in the process is for us to chat for 5 minutes to get your pre-approval in your hands today. What's a good time for you? We're also going to send out a voicemail. You record this voicemail once, and it goes out automatically, and it drops into their voicemail. And then also a text message will go out. Typically, people respond to text most quickly and most often. This says, I received your request for mortgage info and thought following up by text might be easier for you. We need to verify your answers before we can send out your pre-approval letter. When's a good time to talk? And it has your name and your company. So the rest of these are of that format, very soft touch, just to be able to get that communication and that connection between you and the lead, so that now you can take it from there. And by the way, as soon as they reply, this system stops for that contact and you pick it up from there, so there aren't ongoing messages going to them. The whole objective behind this is to shorten the time it takes for you to be in direct contact with them without the time required on your standpoint. So it drastically reduces the workload from your side of the equation. All right, that's it. And if you have any questions on that, as well as anything else, feel free to contact me and we'll continue on with the rest of the information.
So here's what makes our platform unique. The leads are exclusive to you, and we're able to automate the follow-up. No one else will be given the contact information that the lead submits to you. And on top of that, we can actually reach out on your behalf, automating the initial first point of contact and getting the conversation moving within the first 5 minutes of the lead submitting their information. Imagine being able to sit back on your yacht just getting automated appointment requests, or more realistically, not having to dash to the phone to answer every single call or text message for fear of missing a customer lead you desperately need. If you're still watching me, you recognize the value of having a lead generation system. So it's not a question of, do you need a lead generation system? Yes, you absolutely do. The only real question is, do you want to build it yourself, or do you want us to build it for you? If you want us to build it for you, then here's what you need to do next. Just below this video, you'll see a button that links over to a deposit page. This is where you decide how much you want to spend on the cost of the ads and how many leads you want. I'm still offering to set up and run this platform for free, of course, but we need you to have some skin in the game too, just like we do. One thing you need to know is that this platform is not for everyone. For example, if you're not willing to invest in yourself or your business, you should know that this is probably not a good fit for you. You should also understand that if we do choose to work together, it's going to require a lot of work on our side. So this service is appropriately priced after completing the test drive. If after hearing that, though, you still feel like it's a fit, then please click the button below and select your initial deposit level for the cost of the ads. Now, you're probably wondering, if this platform is so valuable, why are we offering it on a trial basis? Why not just charge for access immediately? And it's a great question. First off, right now we have some excess capacity. If we didn't, you better believe I wouldn't be offering this to anyone. More importantly, though, is that like you, we're looking to grow. And we know the best way to do that is through acquiring new users of the platform. As I stated before, we're confident that once you try the platform out, you'll become a lifelong client overnight. As I mentioned before, we work with only one client per marketplace at a time. So if you come back to the deposit page and it's locked out for you, don't be surprised. That means your area has been taken by someone else. If that happens, there will be a waiting list form you can sign up for, and if you're on that form, you will be notified first if any spots become available. If the deposit page is still active, then you can still apply, but you need to do it now before it's too late. If you're still watching at this point, click on the button below to get started. My team and I are really looking forward to getting going and working together. Thanks again for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And if you have any questions, you can reach me at info@acceleratebusinessservices.com. See you on the other side.